You know how we're always flicking your foot up trying to find another gear when you're going down the highway? Well, that new transmission from Jim's eliminates that problem, and it's going to be wild. Mark Derrickson and James Donovan going out to it right here. The kickboxer from Euclid, Ohio on the pit side. The doctor from Las Vegas, Nevada on the far lane. Right now, the cackle and crackle nitro methane sounds good, smells good, and the heat is just right out there. Getting ready to go down the circuit. The track moves away. And get ready for the first lap of nitro methane. Like we said a couple years ago, only potential even at the altitude here at the big end left lane. Kickboxer 838 and Dr. James 868. So right now, low qualifier, the kickboxer, baby. And right now, Nitrosaurus right there. Nitrosaurus got an iron horse and back tire up a little neon lime on the paint scheme. Big Bob out of Sequim, Washington, and Terry Stewart out of Anaheim. He's definitely not into Mickey Mouse. He's into real deal right here. Stroker's Performance Dynatech, and he'd like to thank his wife for helping him get dialed in. And that's what we'd like to see, because you know what? It takes a team commitment. And right now, they're ready to slap it. Looking for the 8-second zone. Love to see the 7s, but man, there's not easy to run a 7 seconds in a pro drag category. The S&S Cycle Pro Dragster Series has really stepped up in the last couple of years. Jonas Brancaccio dominated for a couple of years, but the right lane Stewart on a run. Let's see what happens. 8:20 at 1:59. A beautiful run for him. 8.20 at 1:59. And right now, Terry Stewart, #1 qualifier. Good job for him. And it's ignited by shock and high temperature. So nitromethane, a monopropellant rocket fuel, and that's what these bikes run on. Scott Truitt, #1 plate holder in the world last year, #2 behind Mark Augustine. He needs to win tonight to hold on to that #1 plate. In the right lane, Mark Augustine currently leading the points. Could be the final tomorrow, and these two guys are battling it out for the #1 plate for the year 2000. Incredible run, #1 in the world last year. Scott Truitt on the pit side. In the far lane, Mark Augustine, who's moved from Cave Creek, Arizona to the rainy state of Washington, is in the far lane. Truitt out of Wichita, Kansas, #1 in the world. Now fighting for that #1 plate against the guy right next to him, Mark Augustine. Trying to make some horsepower at the top end. Watch that happen. 774. I can't believe it. 774. 774 for Augustine. Unbelievable. Augustine, the state of, and right now moving up to the ice, and one last checkout from his crew chief. Right now, feels it back into the center line. The track fades left towards the finish line. Keeps it lit up. 8:43. Used up an awful lot of racetrack to make that run, but luckily he is qualified #5. He is in the top 8 on the program, and right now and as we told you, he's going top fuel and pro drag racing next year. So Zenetics looking good. Advanced Leathers has really got him dressed up, dialed in, and looking sharp. And we're getting ready to step up. Pro Dragster's the category, nitro methane's the fuel, and we're looking for 7-second numbers right here. Big burnout for Huff. Man, I like that. I like that. Huff really struck the tire in the water box, so he is serious about putting down a big number. Huff has come a long way in 1 year, and his sponsors, the Netics, should be definitely very proud of the work he's been able to do. So good job for Steve, and happy hunting in the year 2001. Booger Smith riding that shovelhead. It's too new for him. He loves that knucklehead. So let's see what he does with. Towards the big end of the big number, 8:14, 152. That 8:14 by Huff was great, and will qualify him probably in the cubic inch play. Right now, getting ready to go into the water box and light that tire out. But look at the smoke of that Goodyear Eagle. Yeah, baby, I like that. Burn, baby, burn. Al Miles moving up, and looks like he gets the starter signal. A good burnout out of the box. He's not backed up in his burnout track exactly. He's a little bit off to the left, so that could be interesting when the light turns green. Right lane, it looks like Chris Gordon gets some final signals, and right now they are ready to move into the eyes. The top set of yellow lights is the pre-stage. The second set is the stage beam, signaling that the racers are ready to compete. And right now, the pre-stage lit is left for Miles, and right lane, Gordon moves in. Second set of bulbs lit up, and they're ready to race. Gordon, Langley PC, and he's on his way out, left lane making power, 8:18, 8:01, these guys are flying. They only missed the 7-second zone by 2/100ths of a second. Incredible run right there as Gardam goes in, number 2 qualifying spot. Wow. Take home a piece of Harley-Davidson of Las Vegas with a t-shirt from the world's largest Harley-Davidson dealer, Harley-Davidson Buell of Las Vegas. The tent is located just outside the drag strip grandstand, and they have oil spark plugs available for your machine. Las Vegas Harley-Davidson with all racing, this racing event, and special thanks to those racers who participated in the AHDRA Kickstart Party. So it looks like he loses spark, and you don't want to try to refire that thing, because if there is right now, he is not wrapped too tight, and that helmet helps keep it all in. Moving up to the eyes right here. So right now, Brancaccio in the water box. Number 3 of the points to upset either Stewart or Augustine today. His capability of going to the number 2 spot, or maybe even going number 1, if these guys get knocked out in round number 1. So Brancaccio would love to lay a number down. The low qualifying number, Augustine's awesome 774. With Chris Gardam and Steve Huff, they're in the low 8s with Gardam in the ozone, 801. Right now, let's watch Brancaccio's pass as he's going to try to make it into the ozone or the 7-second club with the Bama Racing machine. Krusty's crew chief is there. They got a brand new top fueler, the former Vance and Hines machine, and they are out running 2 categories today. Right drag straight as a string to the finish line. He clicks it this time, 8:06, and that'll give number 3 qualifying spot in the ozone. A big round of applause for Drums Brancaccio. All right.